Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. I am ccdefoe2000.
And I'm IrateSoldier.
We're here today so I can share a little story with you, and my good co-anchor here can spread a little light on a couple situations that have been bugging both of us, I believe. Okay. Well, a long time ago in a land far away known as South Korea, there was a young soldier who, through no fault of his own, came up with acute appendicitis and had to go have surgery to have his appendix removed. Now, for those doctors out there who won't be watching my video, because that's not my kind of crowd, as you can probably tell, that surgery is kind of sort of deadly. You can die in that surgery. It's not that uncommon for people not to wake up from that surgery. Well, the military decided to send me into this surgery. I was in the hospital 5 days, and
not once did they contact his mother.
And she is on my emergency contact list. They're supposed to go, hey, your son is might die in the hospital. He's in for surgery. Well, they didn't do that. The only person who contacted my mom, who was worried because I call my mom every night, was my very lovely co-host right here. She took the time. She actually was one of the only people who wasn't forced to come visit me. She took the time and the money to come visit me in the hospital. Not a lot of...
Before my first sergeant commander visited.
Yes, before they even showed up. My commander never showed up. My first sergeant did because she had to say she was sorry. But so I come back and I call my mom. I'm like, I believe that the military has contacted her. You know, not that big a deal. They probably called her and said, yeah, he's in getting surgery. Well, I call her up and I'm like, hey mom, how's it going? It was going okay. I was like, well, that's good. Yeah, I just got out of the hospital. She's like, what? I was like, yeah, I just got out of the hospital. I went in for surgery. What? Yeah, I had acute appendicitis. I had to cut my appendix out. It's no big deal.
Huh?
She was dumbfounded. Because her email, she had to email my mom. She didn't know her phone number. My mom doesn't check her email every day. It's not a big deal. She's got dial-up. Who the fuck checks their email every day with dial-up? You gotta wait 3 days to get the fucking Yahoo page to load. But I hadn't even got there yet. So, first she'd heard of it. So, obviously my mom was pissed. And I was pissed because I thought, you know, I believed in the military a little bit, and they stabbed me in the back.
More than once.
More times than I can count on 2 hands and a foot. But, yeah. So, the rest of the story goes along the lines of, I was very upset, and I did some things, got really stressed out, and had a mental breakdown. And guess what happened? Would you like to tell our viewers what happened?
Well, there's these things called fire extinguishers, and there's these things that we work in called buildings. Soldier A blacks out, and a fire extinguisher looks very attractive.
Apparently. I'm still innocent of this because I don't remember.
He supposedly discharged it inside the building.
Although,
thing.
What I don't understand is, I was angry enough to black out, but I sprayed a fire extinguisher. Now, anybody who's ever gotten that angry will agree with me that you want to hurt somebody. So, what I think happened is Soldier B, who was also in the building, who witnessed me doing this, sprayed it and got me in trouble, because most likely I was punching a floor somewhere.
Soldier B was more likely to discharge a fire extinguisher because this guy is like high all the time, or he looks high all the time. I don't know.
I think it's both.
Maybe.
But that is my story. My mom is still very, very upset with the military. Well, she has every right to be, I believe. It's motherly. If you look it up in the mother reference desk guide, it's there. If somebody fucks you over, you're allowed to be mad. And my friends are upset. Well, my friend is upset about it. And it was just a fucked up thing to do. Really.
Well, now I'm afraid to get hurt. Because God forbid I get shot in the neck by some North Korean spy and they don't even tell my mom, oh, well, you know, she had to go in, we did some surgery, had to make sure the bullet didn't hit any major arteries. Yeah, she's alive. They probably wouldn't even call my mom. They'd be like, whatever, she's gonna be okay.
God forbid they take her to the TMC. Here's a Band-Aid, here's a Band-Aid and some ibuprofen.
Drink water.
Yeah, drink water.
Stay away from the alcohol.
Bullshit. Military's got the worst doctors. You think interns at the hospital are bad? Try a military doctor.
Yeah, for those of you thinking about joining the military, don't
do it.
Don't. Just save the time it takes you to walk down to the recruiter station and talk to them. Don't do it. Take it from us. We're in the fucking military and hate it.
A better idea. If you want to join the military, take your fist, make it as hard as you can, and punch yourself in the forehead repeatedly till the idea gets out of your head. Because what you're doing is a temporary problem. The military, what they're going to do is they're going to take a brick and hit you in the forehead with it repeatedly for your entire career. Don't do it.
Or the entire 4 years you're in.
Yes.
Don't even waste 4 years of your life on it. Go to college and get a degree in something huge, like get a doctor's degree, a PhD, become a doctor.
Or an artist.
I don't care what you do, just don't join the military. Don't do it. It's a bad idea.
No, it's a horrible idea.
It's a terrible idea.
It's a time for our... Unfortunately, we have to do this. We are in no way talking as a military right now. We are acting as lone as Subject A and Subject B. At no time were we on duty, and at no time were we using a sworn statement to say that we were on duty. We are not doing military affairs at this time. Would you agree?
I do agree.
The only reason I had to say that bullshit is that way I don't get slapped in the face by somebody who watches this and goes, "Oh, I was in the Army for 16 years, let me shoot you." No, right now I'm not on the military, I'm on YouTube.
It's like, say, somebody who works at Arby's, for example. When they do their rants, they're no longer at Arby's. They're not speaking for Arby's, they're speaking for themselves, and that's what we're doing.
You know at the beginning of a DVD it says any interviews are the opinions of the actors and not of the company itself? That's what we're doing. But
we're not actors.
If we don't put that stupid ass fucking thing in there, we'll get destroyed.
Literally.
You'll see like ccdefoe's head like leaning against his door and Irate like hanging from the ceiling upside down. That will happen. But
anything further?
We got almost 8 minutes in. Got 1 minute left.
I can't think of anything right now.
I can think of something. Now, this is a little interesting. Most of you have seen military vehicles, I suppose. I mean, go to Google and put in U.S. Army vehicles. They're big and loud. Now, would you trust us to drive one of those vehicles? No.
The military would.
The military does. Would you trust us to go hundreds and hundreds of miles at, what time do we leave? 5 o'clock in the morning? Before the sun even comes up.
It's like 2 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh, dark 30, right? Up to a million, what was it?
Military installation. 3 hours away.
3 hours away, with very little sleep. Would you trust us to be accident-free? Especially over here in Korea, where they drive worse than Detroit. No offense, Detroit. It's nuts over here, the shit they have us doing.
Yeah.
This is rant number 2. There might be another one if we can think of anything else that's pissed us off. Even though there's a lot more to talk about, but we can't really say.
Anywho, I'm IrateSoldier.
And I'm ccdefoe.
Signing off.
For now.